Shoot him from here. Then move and move drill. Let me show you something. Where'd those rounds hit? Right about where the others are?
They hit right there where the
All right.
orange cord is.
Yeah, that's fine. There'll be probably a downward angle like this. Come on over here. A lot of this you can't see, but in addition to the bullet holes, you guys see little particles. This is called powder stippling or powder tattooing. It's particles in your usually unburnt powder, but it's particulate, and it's blown into usually the fabric like this. And if this were a car, you'd actually see a little stain there too. Now under ultraviolet light, it would show up a lot more. And what we're going to do here, when we're investigating this, we'll take your pistol and your ammunition, and we'll shoot, moving it back a couple centimeters at a time until our pattern matches this. That'll give us an idea where the pistol was when it went off. Now this effect fades away, of course, when you get out here. But then I confront the suspect, and I say, okay, now, where were you when this happened? Believe me, I already know the answer. This is classic interrogation technique. If you're not familiar with this, this is the way we interrogate people. Because mostly guilty as hell, of course. But if they're stupid enough to talk to us, which most of them are, because they're idiots.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You'll say, okay, now, you said you were here. Just get him to agree with you. Now, here's your statement. Now, you said you were here. Is that right? Yep. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you said that this and this and this. Do you want to modify that, or is that... You said that several times, so I'm taking it that's true. Is that correct? Okay. Then how do you explain this? See, then we hit him. How do you explain this? You know, and all that. Then you get the confession. That's classic interrogation technique. I'm sure Kyle does this all the time.
Yeah.
We have our share of idiots here in Ohio, right?
Definitely.
When you're in an interrogation situation like that and the police are asking you questions, you need to understand, they know the answers already. The evidence texts have all got back to us. It's like a puzzle. We put it all together. I know where everybody was standing, who fired first, who did what, and now I'm not really so interested in your answer as the way you answer the question. You ever, when you're talking with somebody, you'll ask them something, they'll do this. Well, I'm not really sure about that. What is this?
Tell.
They are trying to keep themselves from talking. They're trying to fucking words. But they're so fucking stupid, they can't help it. You know, well, I'm not sure about that. You know, and that tells you right away. They're about to tell you a lie. And that's what we're most interested in. Is this person being deliberately deceptive or not? And again, this is classic interrogation technique. This is what you can expect. This is why you're not going to do this without your lawyer being next to you. And your lawyer will say what?
Don't say
Shut
anything.
Up. They can talk to me. Eventually, your lawyer may allow you to talk with the police. When he thinks it's in your best interest. But as you're talking to him, he will say, okay, don't answer that question. Detective, no more questions like that, or this whole thing is over. Understand? Your lawyer will back him right off. I am not, as a police officer, I am not authorized to violate your civil rights. I may not do that. And when I do, I can be held personally liable. And we all know that. So when your lawyer says, my client won't be answering any questions today, you can talk to me. Okay, that's the end of that. You know, I don't want to get sued. So I'm bringing this all up because when you shoot, especially in range like this, you're going to leave ballistic evidence. If we have any kind of investigation, I can't tell you the sloppy investigations I've seen. The whole investigation may suck, but if they have any kind of competent investigation, we'll figure this out pretty quick. As a general statement, the closer your muzzle was to the suspect, the stronger your case for self-defense. As a general statement. Because at this range, well, he had his hands around my neck. He was whispering, "Gonna kill you," whispering in my ear. Well, nobody else heard it. Well, okay, maybe they didn't hear it. He was whispering it. Who's to say they weren't saying that? Okay. The further away you get, the more of a story you need to have about how this person represented a threat. Did he have a weapon? What kind of weapon? When you say something like, well, he was threatening me with a gun, what's the first question?
Where's the gun?
Well, what kind of gun? What kind of gun did he have? How was he holding it? Did he say anything? Did he verbalize a threat? Do you know this guy? Is there a history here that you're relying on to make your decision? I need answers to those questions to evaluate your case of self-defense. And again, this will all eventually come out, but not on the scene. On the scene, you're too screwed up. The best thing you do is you shut up and demand your interview. And Kyle, I don't know if you agree with that, but
Absolutely.
and I tell the same thing to my police officers. Again,
Right.
you're in far greater danger than the rest of us. Because if I'm a young prosecutor out here and I want to be attorney general and I want to get my name in the paper, how do I do that?
Yep.
There's two ways: take down a celebrity or take down a cop.
Yep.
Now, you're only going to find Jerry Falwell in bed with a 14-year-old every so often. I mean, they live for cases like that, because that's headline city. Prosecuting you? Who the hell are you? Are you famous? Yeah, there's not much. There's no headline value in you, and you should be glad. Not much in Kyle either, but at least he's wearing a uniform, and there's a little headline value in that. Yes, I'm prosecuting these crooked cops, by God, and yeah, so. It's that arbitrary sometimes, and as I say, you heard me say earlier, our system sucks, except for
Everywhere.
all the other systems. Okay, everybody waiting for the good news? Who's first? You want to test it?